Tonight you heard from Victoria, a journalist who lives in a free country and can go about doing her job without fear of reprisal from the government or being put in jail or fined. This is the freedom that we hold so dear. If you look right across the strait in China, it is not the same situation. They have jailed over 44 journalists so far just this year. They are the #1 rated by the CJ organization for Council of Protecting Journalists. China is rated as the worst in the world. Tell me, where would you rather live? In Taiwan or in China? We have a young man, recently married, who wants to have his family in China, have kids, and he wants to make sure those freedoms that he enjoys right now are there for his children. Never before has Taiwan been so close to a precipice of the threat of a foreign government, of the China government, wanting to put their hands into ruling Taiwan. And with them comes what they do in China. They block Facebook, they block Google, one of the key tools for researching. They block YouTube, they block lying. Some of the things that we just take for granted as free people is totally blocked in China. Again, they are the ones who jail more journalists, who keep such control over the press. I once took a high-ranking official in the Communist Party to the United States to buy a helicopter. And when he went to a Taiwanese restaurant, he asked them, "Do you have Taiwanese newspapers?" They said yes. They gave him a whole stack. He spent that entire evening reading page through page in detail of the newspaper because he felt it was so interesting to hear unfettered content, where the government is not telling the writers what you can and what you can't write about. To me, that was revelatory of how sweet freedom is. And for a person that doesn't have it, how they revel and just feel so satisfied. I started talking about the COVID in China, where if they had been forthright and let the journalists go out and the doctors and those people report accurately about COVID. You talk about misinformation that killed people. That was the Chinese government being the misinformation, and then this allowing it to grow so quickly around the world. Hundreds of millions of people that are dead because of a government that wanted to control misinformation. It's dangerous. Once a government gets the taste of controlling the conversation, they will never want to give that control back to you. And as free people, the ball is in your court. If you're willing to give up a little bit of freedom for the government to start meddling in this, watch out, because you're going down a road that never stops. I want you to vote no, that government should not be the arbiters of truth and control misinformation. Value the freedoms like Darren would. If the country calls him to put on his uniform one more time to defend our country, to be taken over by a government that does not believe in the same values of the freedom that we have, he would go to war and fight with his life to protect those freedoms. I hope everyone in this room stands with that kind of commitment.